We'll see. All right, next game is Houston at Tennessee, Texans and Titans. There's no line on this game because Tennessee's playing tonight. So any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to prefer the Texans in this one. I think the Titans might be a little overrated. It all obviously depends on what happens tonight. If they get blown out by the Bills, they're not going to be overrated in this game. But say it's just a close game, win or lose for the Titans, I think that they'll be favored over the Texans. When in reality, the teams are kind of close. The Titans might have a lot of people out or on the COVID list. We just don't know what's going on there. I think the Texans, as we hit on earlier, are playing harder for Romeo Crennel. I don't think that'll last long term, but I think against a divisional opponent, they might say like, hey, let's show like the front office they were wrong to keep Bill O'Brien as long as they did and give him so much power because Romeo can get through to us and everything. So I'll probably be on Houston here, depending on what the line is. I'm assuming they're going to be underdogs, but we'll see what happens here. But I'm leaning Houston, just waiting for a line.
Yeah, I'm leaning Tennessee, but if they're missing a lot of people with the virus, then I could change the pick. So we'll see. I just, the Texans beat the Jaguars last week, and yeah, it's pretty easy to beat a Jaguars team missing 4 starters on defense and then DJ Chark late in the game. But beating Tennessee, if Tennessee has most of its players on the field, I think it's gonna be a lot more difficult. So like if Derrick Henry is running against them, Houston's run defense is just awful. So I think Henry could have a huge game. AJ Brown's going to be back. I don't see how the Texans could stop him. I think Adoree Jackson is coming back soon, or he might be back already. We'll see. So he's going to he's going to improve the pass defense, which has been pretty bad for Tennessee so far. So yeah, I just think Tennessee is just a much better team. But obviously we don't know what the line is. Like if this line opens up super high, like if the Titans win tonight and there's a lot of enthusiasm for them and this line opens up like 9.5 or 10, then obviously I'm going to be on the Texans. But if this line is like 5.5 or so, then I'll probably be on Tennessee. It's just hard to make a prediction because we don't know what the line is or who's going to play.
Yeah, and I forget this every week with Houston, but they are allowing the most rushing yards per game in the NFL and the most just total yards, obviously, because per game is basically the same thing. There have only been a few buys, but yeah. So that does give me pause on the Texans. But again, like you said, depends on what the line is. If they can't contain Derrick Henry, though, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, for sure.